Good to see y'all. I've missed you guys. Hey, everybody. I've totally missed you guys. I have been super duper busy, have not gone live here in a minute. And I wanted to go back live tonight because so much has been happening. I wanted to make sure that everybody was up to speed. Hey there, hey there, hey there. Great to see you. Up to speed about everything that's happening, how it impacts us, and what we can do about it. So obviously, we know the most recent happenings with the budgets and the Senate and it's old news now. I've been yelling and screaming and about to bust a brain cell with regards to the complete lack of strategy. Hey there with the Democrats, all of that for weeks, ever since this catastrophe of an administration started. So I am not surprised. I'm not surprised that Schumer did what he did. I definitely think Schumer needs to be replaced, but I also honestly think Jeffries needs to be replaced. I don't think either one of them are up for this moment. We need new leadership writ large. We need a real opposition party, number one. But that's not the main thing I came on here to talk about, because we've been talking a lot about that, right? But some other things have happened that are very big, very important. Absolutely right. Get Schumer the heck out of here. That unfortunately, with all of that shenanigans happening, I'm afraid has gone under the radar and you may not be aware of. So I wanted to come on here to let you know about something big that just happened on Friday. And while we were thinking about the budget, you had a federal appeals court that just overturned the lower court ruling that was held here in Maryland that specifically forbade the enforcement of Trump's DEI acts due to their unconstitutionality. Well, they appealed it, and a federal appeals court out of Richmond, okay? Doesn't this sound familiar, y'all, with the history of this nation, okay? So a federal appeals court, ironically, in the capital of the Confederacy, just had an opinion that said, no, hold up, wait a minute, we're going to roll that back. We are going to allow Trump to enforce his ban on DEI programs. Had you heard about that? Were you aware of that happening? I hate to say it, but I'm not surprised. When the initial federal ruling took place, I guess this was late January, early February. I knew then, I was like, well, I'm glad that we did have this federal court decision. I see that a lot of what's happening that Trump is doing that is obviously illegal. Courts are all over it. Courts are pulling a lot of things back, trying to put a lot of, things back into, order, quite frankly, as he's just running around amok like a bull in a china shop, just tearing shit up. While honestly, the courts are the only thing that's holding right now. The courts, by and large, are the only thing that is providing some semblance of resistance to what is happening with regards to our fast spiral into authoritarianism in this country. That said, I knew that when Trump went and signed those executive orders, that they were not legal, that they were not, he's sitting here calling things illegal that aren't illegal. Anyway, so that's what led to that initial court ruling that said, hey, this is unconstitutional. You cannot enforce this. You are not allowed to enforce this. I predicted at that time that the administration would not do anything that's anywhere close to stopping the enforcement of the DEI bans. And unfortunately, I was correct. He's kept going full steam ahead. And instead, what they've done is they appealed it. They appealed it to a friendly court in the capital of the Confederacy. And just as you might expect in the capital of the Confederacy, the federal appeals court located in the capital of the Confederacy ruled that Trump can indeed enforce his ban on DEI programs. So that is where we are right now. So that impacts you if you are an entrepreneur and you're thinking about these impacts that are being felt in the public and the private sector with regards to the rollback of DEI programs that have led to the canceling of contracts, that have led to the complete elimination of programs meant to expand opportunities for business owners who are not white and male, right? And so on and so forth. Those rollbacks remain enforced as of this moment. And my concern, as I voiced at the very beginning of this nightmare, was that this was an entire strategy. The entire strategy was just to start the ball rolling, knowing that Trump has a friendly Supreme Court. And if this was to make it all the way to the Supreme Court, which it very well might, now you're going to have an executive order, which does carry weight in the current administration, but can be just as easily undone in the next administration as it was done in this administration. So it does not necessarily have permanent legs unless future presidents choose to allow it to remain there permanently. My concern is that once this gets to the Supreme Court, and there are Supreme Court rulings based on that are in line with Trump's racist thinking, which given the makeup of the Supreme Court, it probably will be, that is a lot more difficult to overturn. So that is the direction that we're moving in right now. I just wanted to give you that update. Another update I wanted to give you in line with that, though, you may have heard, or you may not have heard, given the fact that we're so focused on the budget and all the ridiculousness with the Democratic Party, 50, no less than more than 50 universities all across this nation are currently under federal investigation by the Department of Justice related to DEI bans. They want to make sure that they don't have anything in colleges or universities that in any way reflects anything that has to do with people of color, or primarily. I haven't really heard much of stuff around women, but I'm assuming that's too. But that means rolling back of any scholarship opportunities. That means rolling back of anything like student unions, Black student unions. That means rolling back. I don't even know if that even would that even impact the presence of Black fraternities and sororities on campus? It very well might. I don't know. And that is one of the challenges, is that the directives that they've given are so vague. But just seeing how this administration is carrying out things, their whole goal is to erase anything that has any evidence of Blackness. So I would not be surprised if that would be the case. The goal is to erase Blackness throughout our society. Why do I say that? Because of the third thing I'm about to tell you that happened, okay? The Arlington Cemetery website, latest news, was scrubbed of links about the contributions of Black and female veterans, including Medal of Honor winners. Let me remind you, this came as a directive of the patently unqualified head of the Department of Justice, the white supremacist. And I'm saying that not as an allegation. I'm saying that because the man carries a tattooed on his chest that is a known white supremacist ideological idol, I will say, and patently unqualified individual, former Fox News host, is now going about not only firing Black people throughout, the high-ranking Black people throughout the military, and replacing them with grossly less qualified white men, but now they've gone to the length of scrubbing all evidence of Black and female veterans on the Arlington Cemetery website, once again, including Medal of Honor winners. Including Medal of Honor winners, y'all. It is this continual effort to erase Blackness. Another thing I will say that disproportionately will affect Black people, they have now announced, Department of Education, no more applications accepted for income-driven student loan repayment plans. Let me say that again, no more applications accepted for income-driven student loan repayment plans. So we know that typically Black people and other folk are, who are not uber wealthy, have relied on income-driven student loan repayment plans to be able to even attend college in the first place. That is what's happening right now. They're trying to pull that back. When I told you, and people don't want to believe me, but when I said this is all about the reordering of society, this is bigger than, it definitely has nothing to do with waste, fraud, and abuse. This is all about reordering society to fit a white, white racist, not even racist, but I would say a white, quote unquote, supremacist wet dream. That is what's going on here. And finally, lastly, Musk is now attempting through Doge to sell the Montgomery Freedom Rides Museum and other historic sites. I mean, there's so much news to give you. I can't even give it all, but those are the most recent things that have just happened in the last few days that I want to make sure that you are aware of. They even started this thing where if you're in the Marines and have a shaving, I'm not sure what that is, profile, which most Black soldiers do, they are chattering you out. What? Really? Wow, that's interesting. I didn't even know about that. Wow. So they are, in essence, it sounds like from someone from Instagram was telling me, it looks like they have in place a new policy where they are describing a, I guess you could say, a grooming practice that is disproportionately implemented by Black soldiers, by Black male soldiers, and they're using that as a disqualifying mechanism for you from the Marine Corps. While at the same time, it's interesting that you say that, because while at the same time, I just read an article today about how they are really, really hurting in terms of recruitment for the military in this country. Go figure. It is a hot mess. This is my academic assumption, you guys, with all of my years of expertise in political science and politics. This is officially a hot ass mess that we are in right now. A hot mess. Literally the worst that I have seen in my lifetime. And I can't even believe that we're only about 8 weeks in here. I mean, we're just about at the 2 month, we're not even quite at the 2 month threshold yet. And it's already here with zero resistance from the opposition party. It is crazy. It is infuriating. That said, let me go back to the point I made at the top, because y'all know what I am especially concerned about. And it relates to this issue about the loss of access to income-driven student loan repayment plans. If ever there was a sign that you need to be focused like a laser on getting your money up, on developing a business that will allow you to be able to rise in this moment, to be able to take care of your family in this moment, to be able to be positioned in case these people come after you or what you currently do, you need to have what shall we say, options. You need to be able to have other ways to bring in money. And you need to be, even if you are at a space in your business where, hey, I'm still, I'm here, but I want to go higher. I want to give you some encouragement and say that you can. One of the things that I did over the weekend, okay, and you know, instead of spending all time on the news, pulling up news articles, I didn't spend that much time on that. Okay. I had an amazing time at the Black Women's Roundtable Women of Power Summit. I spoke there. Prior to that, I had a meeting with some of my top clients, and there was a little bit of an overlap that I saw in both places that I want to share with you. That is some good news. Is anybody here ready for good news? I know that we need some good news. Okay, we need good news. Hello. So here is the good news. There are opportunities out there if you run and get them. I know that in meeting with my top clients, I am finding that these very same people who at the very beginning of the year had contracts snatched, had opportunities ripped out from under them like a rug, those very same people are now at a place in their businesses where they are having more opportunities than they have the capacity to fulfill. Hear me when I say that again. Hear me when I say that. My clients who started out the year having opportunities ripped out from under them because they were caught in this whole all-out assault against DEI now find themselves in the position where they actually have more opportunities available to them than they have the capacity of actually fulfilling. Number one. Number two, I got into a conversation at the conference that I went to very similarly with a sister who is connected with a major businesses that are bringing in major money right now and still looking to do more and help others by having subcontractors divvy up some of the work because they can't do it all themselves. I want you to know that there is opportunity out there. You have to be prepared for it. You have to know how to look for it. You have to be positioned to get it. But there is opportunity out there. Is it the same level and proliferation of opportunities as it was before? Absolutely not. But I want you to know that if you have a business that has a level of success, and if you're concerned that what's happening right now is going to undermine you, I'm here to tell you that with the right adjustments and the right focus, you can actually grow at this moment. You can scale in this moment. You can move forward in this moment. You can move ahead in this moment. When you understand where the opportunities are, where you are very observant of the marketplace, understand, hey, if that door is closed, where is the window that is open? And that's where I will draw my attention. That's where I will put my focus. That's where I will lay my gifts, and I will go out here and connect and do everything that I can to market what I am doing to these individuals so that I can get those opportunities that are there. Because even though you have Democratic parties, the Democratic Party that's laying down dying. Oh, another thing at this particular conference, another thing that was very concerning. It's not hit the news, but I can tell you, it may be in the news. But I saw it because I heard the women speaking about this directly from the horse's mouths, with several representatives in the philanthropy space. There, in addition to attacking colleges and universities, in addition to attacking the Arlington Cemetery in terms of the representation of Black and female veterans and their contributions, in addition to attacking all those things, they are also attacking foundations. They're also attacking philanthropic organizations that they believe funds, in essence, Black organizations. So it's like this is truly, I cannot even express to you the degree to which how calculated and all inclusive this attack on us is. This is about ripping away your economic well-being, your economic ability to be able to thrive right now, the economic ability for your children to have access to the education that we have historically used to be able to make our way into the middle class. It is all under attack right now. But even in the midst of this attack, when you don't get distracted by the arrows and instead you're looking to counter the attack instead of just run away, I am here to tell you that opportunities exist, that people's businesses are growing, that people's businesses are staying in place. And if you want to really be able to be part of that, there is a free download that I have for you that I have put on here tonight. I want to make sure that you get access to it. It is my ebook, Attack on DEI, Black Business Survival Guide. If you are finding yourself wondering, what should I do in this moment? Go ahead and grab it. Go ahead and grab it. There is a way. Absolutely. Thank you. Absolutely. The refocus. There is a way for you to move forward. I break down in there what you need to be focusing on now in order to not only survive in this moment, really to be able to turn around and like elevate in this moment. That's really what I want for you. So listen, if you're looking for the survival guide, for those of you on Instagram, you can find it in my bio. Just click the link there. For those of you who are watching me in all these other spaces, I should have a link in the description here, or you can just put Black Business Survive in the comments and I'll make sure that you get one. Or you can go directly to blackbusinesssurvive.com and grab one. But the bottom line is, in spite of all these attacks, in spite of all the attacks, like Maya said, and still we rise. Listen, I will be back on here tomorrow. I wasn't going to sort of break the bank in terms of the time because I know that I jumped on a little late tonight. I had a lot of work that I've been doing today. I was very busy today, but I got a lot done. So I'm proud of myself. Had a very productive day. And so I just wanted to pop on for a few minutes to make sure that you were aware of this, because these are each very, very important happenings that was probably overlooked due to everything and all the drama that happened with the budget. The bottom line is we were sold up the river. But guess what? We as the people have the right and the power to fight back. And one of the best ways you can do that is to make sure that you and your family are okay, that you are economically secure, that you are safe, that you have the ability to be able to protect what you have and to be able to make sure that your children are set up for an even better future, even though these fools are trying to undermine it. We will not let them have that victory. Yes? All right. So I want to welcome you. I want to invite you one more time to download the guide if that would be helpful for you. Even if you are not a DEI professional, I talk in there about how the attack on DEI is also an attack on your business. I will break down how it's relevant to you. You do not need to have a business that focuses specifically on DEI to be negatively impacted by what's going on under this administration. So no matter what you do as a business owner, you need to download that guide. Okay. So just go to, what's your email address? I have a question. Can you inbox me? Can you inbox me, Yvette? If not, you can reach out to my assistant at concierge@mediatomillions.com. That's concierge@mediatomillions.com. Okay, I'm gonna try to put it here. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah. Takes me a minute to write it. Sorry, I'm slow. I'm doing it on my cell phone, so I got to see, and that's a whole other challenge. Okay, boom.com. All right, got it. Here it is. Bam. There you go. Thank you so much, Marion. I appreciate that. How you doing, girl? Great to see you. I'm so proud of you. Out here killing it. Okay, you're most welcome, Yvette. All right. So listen, ladies and gents, thanks for joining me this evening. Great to see you all. We out here chilling. We out here, and we're gonna fight back. With that said, I will see you guys later, and have a good evening. Y'all take care, everybody. Bye. Bye, everybody.